Hello and welcome to the Gooner Vibe. It's been a while since I've been able to come chat with Arun on the Gooner Vibe, but glad to be back here. Had to do a quick video, instant reaction, go live directly on YouTube. Instant reaction, Arsenal get the job done, task on hand, 3 points in the bag, temporarily taking the top spot, albeit Liverpool, who have an easier fixture tomorrow with Sheffield United. And with one game ahead, Arsenal on top, 68, Liverpool 29 played, 67, and Man City 30 played, 67. Gunners top both these teams home and away with 4 points from each of these two top sides. That itself is an achievement for Arteta. And to go toe to toe with City and Liverpool is itself a magnificent feat. So kudos to Arteta. First reaction is great win. Second reaction is much needed squad rotation. It might not have been the prettiest of Arsenal games, but there were a lot of changes. Half of the side was new. That's a welcome sign for Arteta, and still we got the result. So first, usually how we go on Gunnar Vibe, we do the team news, then we do the first half, and then the second half, and then a final comment. So, looking at the team news, I think definitely welcome changes in terms of five personnel. Kivior replaced by Zinchenko. The other three of the back four remain the same. Rice was rested, and well and behold, our best player of last season, Thomas Partey, comes in, gets good 75 to 80 minutes, and then Jorginho taking a rest today, and then Smith Rowe actually getting a slot in, and Martinelli and Saka both being out. So I think much needed rotation by Arteta, and I think Smith Rowe was magnificent today. Nelson picked up his opportunity, didn't get the goal to his name, but definitely he was the one creating the problems for the side. And first half was, I think it was all about Odegaard and his presence and his captaincy and his leadership from the high press, as well as being at the right place at the right time. A, to create when needed, and also B, to score the first goal. So all in all, great performance. Not the best performance that we could see like at the start of 2024. Of course, it does take a little bit of toll on you to keep that 3-0, 5-0, 6-0 going on the bat. It's not as easy. You can see that barely Liverpool and City have been just getting their results, here and there. City were convincing today after being pegging level on 1-1 with Aston Villa. But we will again see um, how Sheffield United do against Liverpool. Every team is fighting for its survival, or top four, or top six, or top seven. So let's see. Compared to last season, this is the time we kind of we threw in the towel for the race. We had three consecutive draws after the Leeds United game, which actually I was there at the Emirates, but that was the last best game we had. And I think the three draws after that, and then the loss to Man City, killed the season last season this time around. Although the season had a later scheduling because of the World Cup in November, December. But this time around, 8 games to go, Arsenal actually look like the team to beat. Advantage still Liverpool. Their fixtures are slightly kind. The only one they have that's, I mean, there are actually a few thorn on the sides on every team's fixture list, but all the three teams actually have Spurs, Aston Villa, that City played today, and Man United. I think these three clubs actually have a say on where the Premier League might go, because they themselves that are the three teams fighting for the top, the last spot in top four, and potentially that fifth spot for Europa League. So it's actually a really tough Premier League. The gap is really tight, even in relegation as well as on the top three sides. So very interesting 8 weeks. First half, we were cruising, not all the way. We Luton did have some few good spells. They are a very good side, coached by a very good manager, and they actually have been plagued by injuries. But still, for them to come to the Emirates and show up like that, that was commendable. If you remember, they actually took points off of Liverpool at their home ground. They actually Liverpool barely equalized in the last seconds. So we were barely gonna equalize. We were gonna be 3-3 draw, and like Rice scored the winner. So they're a very good side. By no means, it's an easy game in the Premier League. So Arsenal get the job done. Second half, we did see some welcoming change. Martinelli coming back on. Saka missing was, I think, something that everybody talked about, and that is the only potential risk that Arsenal could highlight. He was completely missing from the matchday squad. And apart from that, I think Trossard, Havertz, Odegaard, yeah, Nelson, all of our front five, front four, everybody did their part. We got the 2-0, we got the 3 points, and it was pretty good in the end. And Ketia came on, Rice came on, and Martinelli came on. That was also welcoming. Just to give Rice some minutes, just to be on the, you know, doesn't want him to cool down. He wants him to be part of every game. Our back line solid as long as they're fit. We are comfortable not conceding, and now we're scoring goals as well. So our goal difference looks positive, plus 46, plus 48. Man City is plus 38, and Liverpool is plus 40. So if it goes down to goal difference, I think Arsenal are in a better spot. They could improve themselves a little bit, maybe in a couple of home games. And we are looking positive, but at the same time, you never know. One team has a bad weekend, and this whole title race could swing. We have to be cautious, go game by game, and now all head on Brighton. Brighton had a poor game today, nil-nil against Brentford. KG game between both the sides. Potentially a very boring game, I guess, when it ends up nil-nil, similar to our game over the weekend. To the neutral fan, I think the Man City Arsenal game was a pretty boring game, but it was a game of chess played on a piece of football pitch, and both the managers have very similar tactics. They come from the same thread of coaching. Arteta learning from Pep Guardiola. So it was literally two teams, twin teams in terms of tactics, trying to land punches on each other. They tried really hard to pull Arsenal down, but we held our ground. So I think the team has matured. I think that's the sign. The two signs is going to Etihad, coming back with a point, not losing after 57 games that City have scored. Arsenal managed to stop them, and now backing off that with a Luton win, I think shows signs of maturity compared to last season. Last season, the same phase, we had 2-2 draw against Liverpool, 2-2 draw against West Ham, 2-0 leads blown away at Liverpool, draw. That seemed like a loss. 2-0 lead at West Ham, Saka misses a penalty in the second half, pegging back to 2-2, a draw that felt like a loss. And then the Southampton home game, which was absolutely insane, bottom of the league, Southampton came to our home. They went 3-0 up at 20 minutes, and then we basically pegged them back to 3-3. But I think that's where the league was lost. But we have cleaned the slate this season, same time, and we have shown that we are more resilient. And I think that is a positive sign. And I think I always, when I speak to Arun, I keep saying, we have shown this season that we can last the distance and we can keep going. I'm just more excited for the next season and the next season and the next season, because these two other teams will go away, and I think Arsenal will be the one that's going to win the league, potentially this season and definitely in the next 3 to 5 seasons. Arsenal definitely going to win 2 to 3 leagues for sure. This is my guarantee. I've been watching Arsenal for 20 plus years. This is the most exciting phase of Arsenal, not a flash in the pan season like last season, a consistent system that Arteta has built, a foundation that this team will keep competing for up to 4 to 5 to 6 seasons. And then once the success comes in, we'll have more and more successful players come through the door to join us. And I think the success is just going to amplify. So, really looking forward to this next phase, phase five of Arteta's development. He still says we are in phase four. We are already ahead of the curve. And I'm super excited as an Arsenal fan to look forward to the end of this season. Even in the Champions League, we have a really good shot if we can get past Bayern Munich. We have shown that we can grind out results against City at the Etihad. If we win the game against Real Madrid or Man City at home, go to Etihad and grind out a nil-nil, who knows? We'll be in the final. Our side of the draw on Champions League is the hardest. If we can get past them to the finals, I think we are going to be favorites. So step by step, next game, let's go to Brighton, get the 3 points, and then let's go to Bayern Munich. Let's play Bayern Munich at the Emirates, win the game here, and then look forward to the second leg and the game with Aston Villa over the next weekend. Exciting, exciting, exciting few weeks to go. We'll soon catch up with Arun. We can do another episode here after the Brighton game or potentially the Bayern Munich game. Talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys love the content that we create, all the comments that we make. Hopefully that resonates with you. And if so, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Share with your Gooner friends and family, and please support us. Get us to 100 subscribers and then 1,000 and then beyond. So keep pushing us and we will be there. And hopefully, let's be positive. Thank you. Have a good night.